guess relations.
What's that?
Find out because after seems she's like, there may be some left. And she said, that's where you should have
For all the new folks joining us at the Beluga Whale Habitat, welcome. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. My name is Ruby. I'll be stationed here for just a little. If you guys ever have any questions, don't hesitate to come up and ask. I'm on the bottom level, sort of in the right-hand corner. I've got the Georgia logo on my pullover. Would be happy to talk to you. Now, we have 4 amazing beluga whales for so many reasons. This honestly is one of my favorite animal habitats to be at because, as you can tell, so much goes on. They are so smart, and they interact in so many different ways with each other, with you guys, with their environment, so it's really cool to see. Now, if you're wondering if they can see you, yes, they totally can. And oftentimes they do like to kind of just look at you, especially the one who's rubbing her back right now. That one was Maple, and she loves to stare at guests. It's a very cute behavior that she does. Now, something you might be wondering is what is that green material that our beluga whale Whisper is playing with right now? Is she eating it? And the answer is no. This is a kind of felt-like material, kind of like when you go to the car wash and you get your car dried. They really like the feel of it in their mouth, so this is her interacting with an enrichment tool. Now, enrichment is something to mentally stimulate or physically stimulate our animals and encourage natural behavior. If you have a dog at home, an example of this would be a Chewy or a Kong filled with peanut butter. It's the same thing. Cool thing about you guys, though, is that you're also enrichment for them. Like I said, they can totally see you, so you are acting as visual enrichment for a lot of our animal hearers, and sometimes even auditory enrichment, because they can hear you a lot of the time. Now, like I said, we do have 5 beluga whales. If you can't see all of them, it is because there's 2 other pools connected to this one, so they have other places they can be. This is really important because this is their home, and sometimes they don't want to be seen by people, just like us. We need some human time, they need some beluga time. There's also some harbor seals in here, so if you see something smaller, little cookies and cream colored, that is what that is. Cool thing about belugas and harbor seals is they can live together very peacefully and interact with each other and help have better lives. Now, it looks like we have all 4 females out right now. We have Miss Whisper is playing with her green felt. I have a feeling this will go on for quite a bit. I've seen them play with those felts for like hours on end. It's very cute. Now, Whisper, the one with the felt, is our oldest. She was born in 1999, and she gave birth to Shyla, her calf, which is kind of the one that is right under her. A little bit hard to tell, but she's behind her right now. Now, the one that is staring you guys down, this is Maple, and Maple loves to look at you guys. She's also the one who is blowing little earrings with her blowhole and with her mouth. Beluga whales are really flexible, and they can actually use their mouth to create a suction, very similar to a UFO sucking up a cow if there's a fish in like a cave that they can't get. So they're demonstrating that by blowing those beautiful earrings. Now, it's a little hard for me to tell. I think that this is Nunavik in the back. Sometimes they have distinguishing features, like for example, Maple, the one who's looking at you guys, she has little waves on her side fins, so I know that's Maple. You'll notice Whisper, the one with the felt, she has a mark on her chest, so I know that's Whisper. Shyla has 2 marks on her back. But Nunavik and Kinu are both very big, and sometimes it's a little harder to tell. The best way that I do is when they get close, I look for the mammary glands. So at Whisper, you can see there's a line down on the underside of her body, and then there's 2 lines on either side of that big line. Those 2 lines are her mammary glands, and if a beluga whale is female, they have those 2 lines, and if they don't, it's a male. So that is how you tell the difference. Other than males just being very big. Nunavik is our jiggliest beluga whale in here. Now, beluga whales are really cool for lots of reasons. A lot of people know them for being animals that can echolocate. So So this is like an animal sonar. Did you guys watch the Finding Dory movie with the whale that can't Beluga because he thinks he's broken? That's a great example of animal sonar in a cartoon. Very basic of what happens is they take a breath in with their blowhole, those holes on the backs of their bodies. They make vibration noises. They focus it with that forehead. It bounces back to them. They receive it through an organ in their jaw, actually, and then it sends messages to their brain. So, very interesting way of seeing their world around them. Now, that echolocation is made possible by that big old forehead that they have. Does anybody know the name of the forehead? Yes! I didn't even have to do my it's a fruit thing. Yes, it is called a melon. Sometimes scientists name things that are way too hard to pronounce. Sometimes they name things after fruit. So it is called a melon. It looks like a melon. Probably doesn't smell like a melon, but it is full of fatty lipids, and they can focus that echolocation with that wonderful big old forehead that they have. Now, for any of the new folks joining us, welcome. You're currently at the beluga whale habitat. My name is Ruby. I'm standing kind of by the rock-ish area on the right-hand side. If you guys ever have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. My job is literally talking about animals to people. I'd love to talk to you as well. This is one of my favorite places to be. I love, love, love our beluga whales. Genuinely, I love Cold Water Quest. Kind of just all the areas here, but the beluga whales are so fun to watch. They're really interactive. Oftentimes, you'll see our beluga whales kind of coming up to the acrylic and just staring at you, like Maple is right now, the one who's staring you down, and she can totally see you, absolutely see you. Beluga whales are also really social, and they can sort of tell kind of the social cues from across the acrylic. So if there's a behavior that people like and everyone's like, oh my gosh, and there's excitement on the face, they can register that as being something positive and they do it more. So this is one of the reasons why they glow earrings so much, because when they do, lots of people think it's cool. They're like, oh, let's keep doing that. It's very cool. Now, we do have two other beluga whales. The three that are out right now are all female, but we do have another female and one other male. And you'll know that it is our male because he is very, very big. Beluga whales are what's called sexually dimorphic, and that means that males and females look different. In this case, males are way more jiggly than females. Now, I had a guest come up to me and they said that these were the buffest whales that they have ever seen in their entire lives. And I had to break it to them that that was not muscle. The stuff that you see is jiggling is blubber. It is a fat layer, and it's really important to them because it helps protect them from the cold and from the rocky environment. Blubber actually accounts for about 50% of a beluga whale's weight, which they weigh between like 1,100 pounds and 1,300 pounds, so that's a lot of blubber. So as you can see, our beluga whales are very talented, and a cool thing that's happening right now is the one that is blowing the earrings. That's Shyla. She's our youngest. She was born here, so every behavior that she's showing, she's learned from her pod. And like I said before, our beluga whales can totally see you. Just as you can see them, they can see you. And they're very smart. They are very aware of whether a behavior that they do is something positive or negative by the way that we react. So a lot of the times when they do like earrings and stuff, everybody's like, whoa, good job. And they know that. They know it's a positive thing, which is why they continue to do it. They're super duper smart. It's kind of crazy. Now, if you're wondering why they come up to the acrylic and rub on it, they totally know it's there. They're doing this on purpose. They shed their skin kind of like ours, and sometimes we get an itch. They do too. So they're using that acrylic to itch their backs. Oftentimes, you'll see them do this on the rocks at the very bottom as well. which is why some of the rocks are a little worn than others. Now you might be wondering what the green thing is in there. That is a felt material. Like I said, they are very sheddy, but they're also very touchy animals, so they like different textures. And Miss Whisper loves her little green thing right now. Now, as you can tell, our whales are really, really smart. Also, if you're wondering what Shyla just blessed you with, she just went to the bathroom. She made sure you were watching. She did her little earrings and then went to the bathroom right after. Yes. Now, Shyla, the one who is showing you all her wonderful things that she can do, she's our youngest. She's just over 5 years, and she was born here. When her mother came, Whisper, the one who's just enthralled with that green thing in the back, when she came to the aquarium, we did not know she was pregnant, so we got 2 in 1. And then Shyla was born. When Shyla was born, she was 180 pounds. So she was a baby, but super big. I believe this TV screen has a picture of her. She's so cute. When she was born, just a tiny little nugget. A cool thing about beluga whale babies when they're born, and you can't really see it because of this acrylic, but Shyla's a lot more gray than everybody else. Beluga whales, however, are white, and they're named beluga whales because beluga is Russian for white, so they're white whales. However, like I said, beluga whale babies are gray. Does anybody know why beluga whale babies might be gray and not white? Yeah, they blend in better with their mom, so it's the shadow. Beluga whale adults blend in with the ice very well, and beluga whale calves blend in with their mom. Now it looks like we have another, I was about to say person, these are whales. Another whale out, I think that's Nunavik, and there he goes, right back in. There are 2 other pools connected to this one, so if you're wondering where they're going, it's just a different area. Really important we give our animals the choice to be seen or not, because they're here all the time. Sometimes we need some human time, sometimes they need some whale time. Now, as you can see, our beluga whales are really smart, and this is super cool for us because it helps us kind of
I just want to say I could watch these for hours.
We could do it.
1 hour. They're the most
a cool thing about
amazing
belugas,
whales
but also
ever.
kind of a sadder thing, is it really depends on the pod for how well they're doing. Some pods are doing super well, and some pods are really not doing well. The ones that aren't doing well, our kind of populations are decreasing because they're having to go further and deeper for their food. This is because of overfishing, as well as noise pollution. Have you guys heard of noise pollution? Yeah, it's kind of like if you're, let's say, trying to talk to your friend in a gymnasium, and everybody starts clapping. You can't really hear your friend. There's just lots of noise around in the ocean, and they rely on their senses a lot to get their food. Now, you guys are doing the best thing, honestly, in my personal opinion, of conservation by coming to new places, learning new things, and seeing animals you don't normally see. I think that's great. I think making connections with animals is really wonderful. So really great job that you guys are doing today. Any other ways that you can help? There's so many. But a really important one for our beluga whales specifically is by shopping sustainably for seafood. I know it's a little contradictory because we're at an aquarium and I'm talking about eating seafood, but we're not gonna lie, seafood is a very big food source for us. We just want to make sure that it is caught ethically. Not only for our fish, but also for the animals that eat our fish, like our belugas, and for the workers. So there's a thing called Seafood Savvy. It's really just a website where you look up the food that you buy and it tells you if it's ethically sourced. You can just go to Seafood Savvy at Georgia Aquarium. It's super easy. And it just gives you an idea of where you're getting your food. But like I said, not only is it important to our animals, Seafood Savvy ensures that the humans that are working to catch the fish are also being treated ethically. So good for us, good for animals, good for our world. Really great question. What do we feed them? So beluga whales have coned teeth, but they're not really for chewing. It's more for kind of catching things. So they like to eat fish that are really, really tiny, like kind of, I don't know, how big is this one? Little fish. A cool thing about beluga whales is they're kind of like the vacuums of the sea too. They'll purse their lips and they'll suck in the fish, so they don't really chew. Very similar to dolphins. If you didn't know, and I didn't know this before I started working here, which is kind of wild, but also there's two different kinds of whales. There are baleen whales and there are toothed whales. These are toothed whales. They have cone teeth. Dolphins, orcas, sperm whales. Baleen whales are going to be those big, large ones with the toothbrush teeth. So did you guys see the Finding Nemo movie? When they get gobbled up by the whale and they can't get out because of those teeth? That's a baleen whale. So they're your bigger ones, your blue whales, your humpback whales, that sort of thing. Now, if you're wondering if our beluga whales can see you, yes, they totally can. The one who's closest to you is Maple. I have noticed she loves to watch you guys. She loves to see you. Like I said, she totally can. Now, our other ones that we have out right now, Whisper is the one who's hanging out with that green thing right now. That's a felt-like material that she likes to kind of play with. The intention for that felt was to wrap up their enrichment item, so like a puzzle feeder. But they ended up liking the felt more, so now the felt is their enrichment. Do you have a question?
Yeah, do they ever fight over the felt?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Do they ever fight over the felt? I've never seen it. I'm not here 24/7, so I can't say for sure. For the most part, they're really close to each other. You'll notice that Shyla, the one who has her head out right now, she'll do earrings too, and she was born here, so everything she's doing, she's learned from her pod. So they're really close, really social animals, and honestly, in my opinion, care about each other a lot, so I don't think they fight over the felt. But it's certainly possible, just like siblings sometimes want the same toy. But that's a good question. That's an amazing question. Are they taught how to blow the air rings, or do they know how to do it in